What's going on, YouTube? Back at it with another video. Look, we got a little, I don't really know how to say, some discovery shit, I guess. It said this is the loneliest place on earth and nobody can visit, but they got footage. I don't get that part. Like, what you mean nobody can visit, but they got footage? You know what I'm saying? We finna find out, because you know we love finding out new stuff on my page. When it comes to just niggas on an island, we want to see it. Who the fuck are they? That's where we at. Grannies, man. Shout out to the person that sent me this video, man. You know what I mean? Let's go ahead and get into this video. We're gonna say a quick prayer, then we're gonna start. Bow your heads, ugly. Bow your head, ugly. Dang. You be trying to skip over the prayer because you ready to get into the video. You trying to skip over God. Bow your head. Dear Lord, I want to come to you just to pray for anybody that's being, you know, a father, a mother. I just want to pray for all the parents out there that's just trying their hardest, and I ask that you motivate them, you keep them healthy, and you keep them going. Your name I pray. Amen. Ashe. Already. Like, comment, subscribe, and let's get into the video. Let's do it.
What if I told you there's a place on Earth?
I think you fucking lying. What you mean, what if you told me? My fault.
Remote that humans rarely go there. A place so isolated that it feels almost untouched by the rest of the world. It's not a desert, it's not a mountain, and it's not even in Antarctica. It's somewhere in the middle of the vast, empty ocean. A place where the nearest people are often orbiting hundreds of kilometers above Earth, aboard the International Space Station. Sounds unbelievable, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
But this place exists, and it's called Point Nemo. Point Nemo is one of the most remote places on our planet. Officially known as the Oceanic Pole of Inaccessibility, it sits...
Oceanic Pole of Inaccessibility. That sounds like some shit that ain't got nothing to do with me and nothing I'm ever gonna discover in real life. Just cause the first word, ocean. I'm out of this. I don't want nothing to do with it. And then all them extra big words that came after it, I don't know. What we out here doing? We ain't swimming? We going in there? Mm-mm.
In the heart of the South Pacific Ocean, far away from any land. It's the spot on Earth that is the farthest from any coastline, making it incredibly hard to reach. This extreme isolation has earned it an eerie nickname, the loneliest place on Earth. Surrounded by nothing but endless waves for thousands of kilometers, it's a place that feels completely disconnected from the rest of the world. The Oceanic Pole of Inaccessibility is a term used to describe the spot in the ocean that is the farthest from any land.
Nigga, I didn't even see all them white people up there. What the fuck? Y'all see all them white people up there? Damn! I'm sitting here looking at these waves like, man, that shit's scary to the motherfucker. And I look up, it's white people everywhere. I don't know which one more scary.
Used to describe the spot in the ocean that is the farthest from any land. It's not just a random point. It's calculated using precise measurements to find the exact location that is equally distant from multiple coastlines. In simple terms, it's the most remote place in the ocean, where reaching land in any direction would take the longest time. For Point Nemo, the nearest landmass is over 2,600 kilometers away, making it a place of extreme isolation in the middle of the vast Pacific Ocean. Point Nemo is located at coordinates 40...
So is it it's not an island, it's just a... What the fuck? It's just right there in the middle of the ocean and you can't go there because you're gonna die. Nigga, when I say this ocean shit is so crazy, bro, and we don't know what the fuck we talking about. Like, when it come down to sharks, whales, and shrimp and shit, like, yeah, oh, we figured it out. Like, yeah, nigga, because that's just like, I feel like shrimp and sharks and shit, I feel like shrimp is just like roaches and bugs, like what we got. There ain't no that much thinking into it. Then sharks and shit is like, you know, a dog or something, you know, like, it ain't that much thinking, you know? But when we go out there in the areas where we can't fucking survive and they got 6-foot chimpanzees and then some other shit that they hide from, and then they, you know, we got Loch Ness monsters and fucking tigers, lions, and bears and shit, and then this shit eating the bears. That's you know, that's when we get a little deeper down there. Some shit we ain't discovered yet. I'm just saying, all this shit scaring me. I'm scared of all this shit. I'm gonna keep it 100. Nigga, as a grown man, nigga, I'm scared of this shit straight up, nigga. But I ain't scared of none of you niggas. I ain't scared of you niggas. No, not.
38 degrees 52.6 feet S, 123 degrees 23.6 feet W, deep in the South Pacific Ocean. It is roughly 2,688 kilometers, or about 1,450 nautical miles, away from the nearest landmass. To give you an idea of how far that is,
That nigga said all that shit, and all I got out of that was like, it's far. That's all I got. I don't know about none of this shit he talking about. It's 157 kilometers west, 986 millimeters south, 200 meters deep. All you did was tell me not to go there. That's all you did. I don't know what the hell you talking about.
it's like traveling from New York to Miami.
Oh, that's what it is? Bet. He just dumbed it down for me. It's like traveling from New York to Miami. Okay. I see what you coming. I see what you doing. That's far as fuck. That's deep. That's deep.
Instead of roads, you're surrounded by nothing.
Hey, man, cut that shit out, man. Look at him. He all on the window and shit. That means 30 minutes go by, the nigga with the blow dryer, he finna come. It's the Mexicans that work here. They got a team, so I support them, you know. They got a little team. I'll be like, y'all need some water? They're like, no, we okay. I'm like, okay, you straight. You straight. I know Trump ain't fucking with y'all. I just want to say I'm still fucking with y'all. I'm still fucking with you. You thirsty? You smoke? You don't smoke? Okay, keep doing your job, man.
But endless ocean in every direction. This incredible distance is what makes Point Nemo so unique and so isolated. The name, Nemo, has an interesting origin. It comes from the famous character Captain Nemo in Jules Verne's classic novel, 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea.
Oh, so Nemo ain't a fish? It's really this thing? Ah, that's weird.
Captain Nemo is a mysterious and rebellious figure who commands the submarine Nautilus. The name itself is Latin for nobody or no one. This reflects Captain Nemo's desire to live in isolation, away from the world and its rules.
Oh, so Nemo means no one, so that's why his name was Nemo, because he ended up having nobody because he was lost. No one's on his side. Oh my god, this nigga gotta live his life lonely. What the fuck Dory mean? It's retarded?
In the novel, Nemo rejects society and chooses to live under the sea, making his name quite fitting for his character. The legacy of Captain Nemo continues to influence stories of adventure and mystery, and his name has become synonymous with
Ain't it crazy like all this shit is alive? I mean, it's not really crazy because that's like our plants up here. They alive too. But like, them niggas can fight back if they wanted to. And they just living in them like, ooh, this so warm. That shit crazy, bro. This fish is actually fire if you look at that thing. That'd be a cool little pet.
exploration and defiance. Point Nemo is the most remote place on Earth, located in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. It's about 2,688 kilometers, or 1,670 miles, away from any land. The nearest landmasses are three small islands: Ducie Island, the southernmost point of the Chilean coast, and the uninhabited area near Antarctica. To pinpoint Point Nemo's exact location, we use a specific set of coordinates: 48 degrees 52.6 feet S latitude and 123 degrees 23.6 feet W longitude. These numbers place it in the center of the ocean, far from any human activity or civilization. In terms of geography, it's known as an oceanic pole of inaccessibility, meaning it's not only far from land but also extremely difficult to reach. The isolation of this spot makes it one of the quietest areas on Earth, where few ships or planes pass by. Satellite mapping and oceanographic studies played a crucial role in identifying Point Nemo. Over the years, scientists have used advanced satellite technology to map the Earth's surface, including the vast, deep oceans. Satellites equipped with GPS and radar systems can scan.
See, I get out this far right here, I'm panicking. He talking about it's 2-3 more days even farther. Then you reach there. I'm right here. You can still see me. I'm out there shitting on myself. Scared as fuck. Like, hey, I can't see land no more. Huh? No, nigga, I just lay down, nigga. I guess the waves took me where, nigga. I ain't got no roll, no paddle, no nothing. How you start this bitch? I ain't got no key. You ain't got no key, fool? No, come get me. Nigga, I'm out there shitting on myself.
The ocean floor and pinpoint exact locations like Point Nemo. These technologies allow scientists to...
That remind me of X-Men when that nigga he was teaching them how to move. That nigga Magneto couldn't move it. He was tapping into yourself. Let me in your mind. That nigga got in his mind that shit and he was like, trauma. He start moving that motherfucker. Yay. That nigga that could speak echo. It made him fly. Yeah. I know X-Men when I see it. That's my favorite movie.
Measure distances between land masses and map areas that are otherwise unreachable by ships or planes. Oceanographic studies, which focus on the physical properties of the ocean, also helped in finding this remote spot. By analyzing ocean currents, temperatures, and other data, researchers could better understand the patterns and determine the exact coordinates of Point Nemo. Together, satellite mapping and oceanographic research made it possible to locate this mysterious point in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. Point Nemo is incredibly desolate. It's located thousands of kilometers away from any land, surrounded by nothing but open water. In fact, the closest land masses are over 2,600 kilometers away, which is farther than many people can even imagine.
Look at this nigga down here mowing the snow. Look, you see him right there? He down there mowing the snow. You still gotta cut the grass.
600 kilometers away, which is farther than many people can even imagine.
He down there like, man, fuck! If I was at the house, I'd still be doing this shit, just in the heat, yeah? Still gotta cut the grass. You gotta cut the snow.
This vast stretch of ocean is what makes Point Nemo so unique. It's not just remote, it's a place where human presence is almost non-existent. There are no cities, no villages, and very few ships passing through. The area is so isolated that it's often referred to as the oceanic pole of inaccessibility. Being in this area feels like being in the middle of nowhere, with nothing around you except endless water in all directions. It's truly one of the most empty and untouched places on Earth. Point Nemo is not just the most remote place on Earth, it also serves as a dumping ground for decommissioned spacecraft. This includes satellites, space stations, and other space debris. The reason...
Y'all ever get that message and you be like, nigga, fuck everything I'm doing? Yeah. I'm just got it sitting open too right here. Delicious.
This area is used is because it's so far from land and human activity. When a satellite or space station reaches the end of its life, it's often guided to re-enter the Earth's atmosphere and crash into the ocean near Point Nemo. This is done to avoid any risk to people or property.
Yeah, make
Over
sure
the
it's
years,
all, and make sure y'all keep that shit like that. Make sure it ain't no risk to us. Cause that's what I'm noticing with you motherfuckers in there off that, you scientists off them Adderall, nigga. Y'all like to stay up all day, devote your life to discovering some shit, nigga, and y'all fuck everybody else up in the process. Nigga, the world was supposed to end 10 years ago. But that little nigga down the street that picked that peanut up, he saved the whole world. Nigga, it wasn't you. That one peanut saved the whole fucking world. Damn.
Several large, including parts of the Russian space station Mir and satellites from various countries. The area is known as the spacecraft cemetery, where space junk falls to Earth, far from civilization. By using this location, we ensure that these pose a danger to anyone or anything near.
But you know how they say, right here, how this shit can happen, but they say you can't go into space and like, how the fuck? We just be getting lied to. Niggas just throwing space shit down and like, it fell from space. That's how this equipment got way over here in China. Like, nigga, you flew out there and put that shit out there, nigga. The government work with everything, so they done set that shit out there. And I don't know, bro. At this point, I don't know if we got two different spaces. We got the upper space and the down space, or is this space real, or is it fake, or what's going on? Is the ocean space, or is the ocean? That's just space number 2. Or is the ocean a portal? Like, what the fuck? Like, I don't know, bro. I don't know. I don't get it.
Space junk falls to Earth, far from civilization. By using this location, we ensure that these discarded pieces of technology won't pose a danger to anyone or anything nearby. Point Nemo is chosen as the spot for dumping decommissioned spacecraft because it has minimal impact on human life and ecosystems. It's located in one of the most remote areas of the ocean.
So Point Nemo got all the space shit, all the aliens is at Point Nemo. That's why we can't go there. That's the portal right there. That's how they getting into the up and down land. Where up look like down and down look like up. But we walking, you know, yeah. Point Nemo. That's where we need to go. Not me, but somebody. Take a couple cameras with you. Health packs and shit, you know. Energy drinks.
With no land nearby for thousands of kilometers. This means there's very little risk of harming people or wildlife.
Ooh, them ducks
The
gonna be
ocean
sick
around
as hell.
Point Nemo is deep, making it a safer place for objects to fall without causing damage to marine life. Additionally, since this area is so far from populated areas, it ensures that any space debris won't affect human activities or cities. Choosing this remote location also helps preserve the delicate balance of ecosystems in more accessible parts of the ocean, keeping them free from unwanted pollution. Over the years, several notable spacecraft have been buried at Point Nemo. One of the most famous examples is the Russian Mir space station. After serving in space for over 15 years, Mir was decommissioned in 2001. To safely dispose of it, parts of the space station were directed to re-enter the atmosphere and crash into the ocean near Point Nemo. Another significant spacecraft that ended up here was the Skylab space station, which was sent to Point Nemo after it re-entered Earth's atmosphere in 1979. Other satellites and space debris from various countries have also been guided to this remote location, making it the final resting place for many space-bound objects. These spacecraft, though once important for space exploration, now rest in the depths of the Pacific Ocean, far from the reach of human life. The isolation...
See, I got neighbors upstairs now. And that's why I went back to smoking, because they loud than a motherfucker. So if y'all tell on me, bitch, I'm telling on you. Straight up. And I seen you had a boyfriend, too. So if I get kicked out, he got to know how to fight. I'm going straight for him. Straight for that nigga lips. Hey, nigga, you know, wow. Mm-hmm. Oh, shit, he pressing charges. That nigga crazy. I'm really not that crazy.
Of Point Nemo has a unique effect on the area's biodiversity. Since it's so far from land and human activity, the region is relatively untouched by pollution, overfishing, or other human impacts. This means that marine life in the area remains in a more natural state compared to regions closer to...
It's just crazy how all the space aircrafts fall there, though. Like, if it's supposed to be around, going around the whole universe, United States, not United States, but the Earth, like this. How the fuck it fall right there every time? Pop, pop, pop. That's some crazy shit there that we can't figure out. I hope they figure it out. If we don't, fuck them.
Population centers. However, because it's so remote, there isn't much marine life directly around Point Nemo. The waters are deep and cold, which limits the types of creatures that can survive there. Despite this, the surrounding ocean still supports life, like deep-sea creatures that thrive in the more extreme conditions. The lack of human presence in this area has helped maintain a sense of balance in the ecosystem, though the distant location also means it's not a hotspot for biodiversity like other, more accessible parts of the ocean. Point Nemo lacks large ecosystems mainly because of its isolation. The area is far from any land, so there's minimal nutrient flow from rivers.
Yeah, I remember when we was kids and they used to say, like, if you dig deep enough, you'll end up in China. And we really believe that shit. Like, nigga, that don't make no fucking sense, bro. We was really walking around like, dig a deep hole, so we go to China. dig yourself to a motherfucking ass whooping. That's all you're doing. Like, we really thought.
Coastlines, or other sources that usually support marine life. Without these nutrients, the waters around Point Nemo don't have the rich food supply that supports large
that shit look
ecosystems like
crazy.
coral reefs or coastal waters. The absence of nearby landmass also means there are no shallow areas where sunlight can penetrate deeply enough to support large amounts of plant life, like kelp forests or seagrasses. These plants are crucial for sustaining marine food chains and ecosystems. As a result, the waters around Point Nemo are relatively empty of the large, complex ecosystems we see in other parts of the ocean. Despite the harsh conditions, Point Nemo is home to some surprising.
Oh, shit, let me take this chicken out. I'm tripping if I whip my own ass. Hold on. I don't live with my mama. Nigga, I've been grown for 10 years. What the fuck? I'm tripping. I'll take it out when I want to.
Life forms. While the area may seem barren, scientists have discovered that certain microorganisms thrive in these extreme environments. These tiny
Let me take this shit out. I'm finna be hungry in an hour.
creatures, like bacteria and archaea, have adapted to survive in the deep, dark waters where there's little light and few nutrients. Some of
like
these
vampires.
microorganisms can even use chemicals in the water.
And that's what I'm saying. Like when y'all get in ponds, waters, lake, and y'all going in there, blowing it out, nigga, you just blew like 40 parasites out, nigga. 18 bugs, nigga, and a piranha shit at that. You blew it out, oh, you gargling it and shit. You open your eyes on the water, that shit getting all in your eyeballs, nigga. And you going home white wondering like, I think I got diarrhea. No, nigga, you got worms. You got parasites, boy. Nigga thought he had diarrhea because he ate Taco Bell. No! Nigga, that's all that damn lake water you ingested. They was swimming in your butt. They do that. They do that, bro. And you done peed in there thinking that no one knows. It's just water. I'm just peeing in a lake. No, nigga, you attracted more shit over here. The hell, piss smell good to fish and parasites.
To survive, rather than relying on sunlight like most marine life. This ability to live in such an isolated, nutrient-poor environment shows just how resilient life can be, even in the most extreme conditions. The discovery of these microorganisms reminds us that life can find a way to adapt and survive in places we might think are completely lifeless. Here's a fascinating fact. The International Space Station, which orbits about 400 kilometers above Earth, is often closer to Point Nemo than any human being on land. The ISS travels at incredible speeds, circling the Earth roughly every 90 minutes, and it passes over many remote areas, including Point Nemo. Because Point Nemo is so far from land, there are times when astronauts aboard the ISS are actually closer to this remote spot in the ocean than anyone on the surface of the Earth. This unique connection highlights just how isolated and far off Point Nemo truly is. To put Point Nemo's isolation into perspective, let's compare it to the nearest inhabited places. The Pitcairn Islands, located about 2,200 kilometers away, are the closest inhabited land. These islands are small and have a tiny population.
See, it'd be stuff like that, like, what I need to go there for? Like, you got some people that interested in different parts of the land, and they like, bro, I gotta go here. Like, nigga, I don't even care to go to the Grand Canyon. Like, it's a bunch of big ass rocks. That's all I see. You know, I just feel like we up high and the wind can blow us down. I would go do it though. I would go look at the shit. I would go experience it, but like, I don't think I'm gonna be like so wowed. Like, holy fuck. Seeing a fucking rock again. Look at all them little white people down there. They down there enjoying the fuck out themselves.
Are the closest inhabited land. These islands are small and have a tiny population, making them very remote. Next, there's Easter Island, about 2,600 kilometers from Point Nemo. Famous for its giant stone statues, Easter Island is also very isolated, with the nearest continental landmass being Chile.
Chile,
Lastly,
really?
Antarctica is roughly 3,000 kilometers away, which is even farther from Point Nemo. Although it's not densely populated, Antarctica has research stations that are manned year-round. Despite being the closest, all of these places are still incredibly far from Point Nemo, making it one of the most isolated spots on Earth. Point Nemo's extreme isolation has
Somebody need to get as close as they can to Point Nemo, get one of them crazy cameras and zoom in far as fuck so we can see something. Cause like they got cameras that can see from the satellite and look inside your motherfucking house. HD, nigga watching you cook and shit. Why we can't go see the Point Nemo? Why we can't see the ocean? There's just so many questions, man. I feel like motherfuckers is lying.
inspired many legends and conspiracy theories over the years. One of the most fascinating is the idea that the area could be home to mysterious creatures or ancient beings. Some stories, inspired by the works of H.P. Lovecraft, suggest that Point Nemo could be the resting place of Cthulhu, a giant, ancient sea monster that sleeps beneath the ocean. These stories paint Point Nemo as a dark, eerie place where the unknown lurks beneath the surface.
No.
The vast emptiness of the area, combined with its deep waters, has led some to imagine that something strange could be hiding there.
Don't forget my nuts! My nuts! Y'all remember that video? My nuts! Don't forget my nuts! That's a true story. Don't forget my nuts.
Out of reach. While these tales are just fiction, they add to the mystery and allure of Point Nemo, making it not just a remote location, but a place where imagination can run wild. Point Nemo has also made its mark in popular culture, especially in science fiction stories and documentaries. Its extreme isolation and mysterious nature have made it the perfect setting for stories about hidden secrets or ancient civilizations. In many sci-fi novels and films, Point Nemo is portrayed as a place where something extraordinary happens, whether it's the discovery of alien life or a forgotten underwater city. Documentaries about space exploration and the ocean often mention—
Damn, that look like a eyeball nigga nose, and the other side nigga got punched in the eyeball. Boo-boo! Damn, that look cool though. A little face or some shit. That's hard.
Point Nemo is a fascinating location, both for its remoteness and its role as a final resting place for spacecraft.
And like, why they do this shit when they make roads? Like, go like, like that, when they could have just been like, or, you know, like just go straight, or just from right here, you could have, bam, bamski. That's all you had to do was bam guru. Why you got to do all this extra? I get this probably somebody land, this probably somebody land, but on God, fuck they land, man. They gotta go straight through, man. They don't get the road, but they get the shit on the other side of the road. Y'all already taking taxes. Go ahead and make these roads straight, man. All this turning and shit.
Both for its remoteness and its role as a final resting place for spacecraft. It has become a symbol of the unknown, inspiring both curiosity and imagination. Its place in pop culture continues to grow as more people learn about this mysterious spot in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. In the 1990s, a mysterious sound known as the Bloop was detected in the ocean near Point Nemo. This strange noise, which was incredibly loud and low frequency, was picked up by underwater microphones used by the U.S. National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, NOAA. The sound was so powerful that it was heard across a vast area of the Pacific Ocean.
Damn.
At first, the origin of the bloop was a mystery, sparking many theories about what could be causing it. Some people even suggested that it could be linked to a massive, unknown creature living deep in the ocean. However, later studies revealed that the sound was most likely caused by natural phenomena, such as the cracking of icebergs or underwater earthquakes. Despite this explanation, the bloop remains a fascinating part of the ocean's mystery, especially given its connection to the remote and eerie waters around.
But it definitely don't got to do with like the ice and shit, because the ice been melting, been shifting and shaking, and y'all ain't heard that before. So now y'all doing it. Now y'all hear it and think it's the same shit that's been happening every year. No, it's something else.
Point Nemo. Visiting Point Nemo is incredibly challenging and rare, even for researchers. The main reason is its extreme isolation. It's located far from any land, making it difficult to reach by ship or plane. The closest landmasses are thousands of kilometers away, so getting there requires special planning and resources. The area around Point Nemo is also difficult to navigate, with deep ocean waters and unpredictable weather conditions. There are no nearby ports or infrastructure, which makes it even harder to conduct research or explore the region. Even though scientists have used advanced technology like satellite mapping and underwater drones, physically reaching Point Nemo remains a rare and complex task. The remoteness.
So this shit is like some unbearable. There's some crazy shit. We got hotels on top of mountains. We done touched damn near the bottom of the ocean in certain situations. Nigga found lakes at the bottom of the ocean and shit. We got jetpacks and shit built. We got cameras or satellites that can detect damn near anything. Heat sensors, but we can't get too close to this shit. This part of the ocean. There's some other shit, bro. There's some shit that I don't even know because we ain't never been there. There's probably some shit like you can't even think about because we can't think about it because we ain't never seen it. We ain't never seen nothing like it. Damn.
Of the location, combined with its harsh environment, means that only a few expeditions have ever ventured this far into the ocean. Only a limited number of expeditions have ventured to Point Nemo due to its extreme isolation and challenging conditions. These expeditions have mainly focused on studying the ocean floor and collecting data about the area's deep-sea environment. What researchers have found is that the waters around Point Nemo are cold and deep, with little marine life. The area is largely free of human activity, making it a unique place for studying untouched ocean conditions. Some of the expeditions have used advanced technology, like underwater drones and sonar mapping, to explore the seabed and gather more information. While much of Point Nemo remains a mystery, these rare expeditions have helped scientists learn more about the region's isolation, its harsh environment, and its potential role in the Earth's ecosystem. Advancements in technology could make exploring Point Nemo more possible in the future. In recent years, underwater drones and remotely operated vehicles, ROVs, have become more advanced,
So it's
allowing
like they've been there,
scientists to
but they ain't
explore
been
deep
in
ocean
there
areas
enough.
without needing to be physically present. These technologies can go places that are too dangerous or too far for humans to reach. Sonar mapping and satellite imaging have also improved, helping researchers get more detailed views of the ocean floor around Point Nemo. With these tools, it's becoming easier to study the region remotely, without having to send ships or people into such a remote and difficult environment. In the future, these advancements could lead to more frequent and detailed.
Man, I hope the future don't look like this. If the future look like this, I hope I'm gone. I hope I'm long and gone and I don't want to be in this shit. I don't want to live in it. Yeah, we got jetpacks and cool little choo-choos. Shit like that, but bruh, fuck no. Nigga, the air toxic and shit. It ain't nothing but rocks and shit everywhere. I don't want to be in this.
Detailed explorations of Point Nemo, helping scientists learn even more about this mysterious part of the world. In the end, Point Nemo symbolizes the limits of human exploration and the vastness of our planet. It's a place so remote and isolated that even the most advanced technology struggles to reach it. Despite our progress in exploring space and the oceans, there are still corners of Earth that remain out of our grasp. Point Nemo reminds us just how small we are in the grand scale of the planet. It's a place where nature continues to thrive, largely untouched by human hands. The isolation of Point Nemo serves as a humbling reminder of the mysteries that still exist, waiting to be uncovered. As we continue to explore the world around us, Point Nemo stands as a symbol of the unknown, challenging us to push the limits of our curiosity and technology. Point Nemo connects to humanity's endless search for understanding, both in the deep oceans and outer space.
Not figuring nothing out.
Just as we look to the stars to explore the mysteries of the universe, we also turn to the oceans, hoping to uncover what lies beneath the surface of our own planet. Point Nemo, with its vast isolation, represents both the challenges and the opportunities in these quests. The ocean depths and the vastness of space may seem very different, but they share one thing in common.
They
are both frontiers we have yet to fully explore.
Because we can't. We can't. We are only humans, nigga. We ain't fucking everythings. Some shits can go here, some shits can go here. That's how I look at it. I feel like every environment is not made for everybody, you know? Humans, we can do human shit, but we can't go down there in the water deep down and discover what's really down there, nigga. We ain't got enough oxygen. We ain't even got enough technology to build that shit. Our shit gonna explode before we get down there. Our motherfucking bones might just, everything explode. Pressure too crazy. We ain't made for that shit. Like, they not made to come up here. Some of them, that's why you think certain aliens ain't just came up here. They can't. Them niggas gonna die. They want to. Some of them got a little bit close and was like, nigga, I see some crazy shit. It was people in these things and floating. They was in like these submarine things. They ain't say submarine, but they said that's what it was. They got close. And then you got some from space and shit that got down here. They made it and it was like, damn, this shit crazy. Nigga, we had to hide from everybody. They started tripping when they seen us. Send a battery pack. We trying to come home. Yeah. Man, it's all types of shit. I feel like it's reptilians and all, man, there's some crazy shit out here. But certain things can only do certain things.
Whether it's sending astronauts into space or using advanced technology to study remote places like Point Nemo, humanity's curiosity pushes us to seek answers about our world and beyond. As we continue to explore both the ocean and space, places like Point Nemo remind us that there is still so much left to discover, sparking our desire to keep searching for knowledge, no matter how far we have to go. In an age where the world feels so connected, Point Nemo reminds us just how vast and mysterious our planet still is. It's a place so remote that it feels like a world apart, showing us that there's still so much left to discover right here on Earth.
Vanish. That's all I see of it is. Donald Trump and Tesla. That's all that is. But yeah, man, that's the end of this video. It's hard to even tell if this shit is even true, because Point Nemo, like, ain't nobody been there, but people been there, but we can't go in there, but we know it's there. But we don't know nothing about it, but we know it's there because we've been there, but we ain't been in there. That's what it seemed like. It's confusing. But if this shit is real, hopefully somebody figures something out and get some footage. I want to see it. Damn. But yeah, that's the end of this video. Need y'all to like, comment, subscribe, turn them post notifications on. And I'm out. Till the next video. Peace.